Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Greetings. So it's somewhere like midnight out there on July 17th, 717. So it's about midnight here in Vegas, and you guys, I reserve for the best for last. It's a wonder I always get the same group because it's the same time, and I need to move that around a little bit. But anyways, greetings. I'm Karma. Welcome to my channel, Karma on Deck. I'm going to do some free readings tonight. I'm going to play around. Can you hear me okay? I didn't even think to check the sound. No, it's good. Okay, so as I'm playing with electronics, I'm double and triple checking this stuff. So how are you, Taurus girl? Did you go on the other one and play with me for a little while? I'm going to be... I don't know. I want to talk about Mercury retrograde. So I do know that this period, this time around... Hi, Tati Taurus. So this time around, I feel like I am thriving during this Mercury season. However, if you study astrology at all, you will know how and why and when planets are going to affect you positive or negatively. But this is like a polar opposite of the solar eclipse, right? But I had some really pivotal stuff happening 6 months ago too. So it's kind of interesting. Thank you. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I actually do feel pretty tonight. Oh, okay. Well, the other one I was just on Babalau's channel for a while, but I don't know why. Maybe because this is my shit, but I never worry about what I'm going to say on here. I just say whatever. You guys are going to be my tribe or you're not. And like over there, I'm like, oh my God, what did I say? So it's a little different. I kind of hold back and pull my punches a little bit. It was Tati Taurus on the other one. So I really want to talk about thriving or surviving. Like, where are you coming into this Mercury season? Are you coming into a little frantic energy? Are you hitting rock bottom? Or I personally am elevating right now. I feel like I've got a battery pack on. I literally, yeah, I feel like I have a battery pack on. Just like my Moldavite. Did you see how fast I noticed? Just a side note. Did you guys see how fast I noticed my Moldavite came off of my body? I was like, I feel like I've been drinking Red Bull for like 2 weeks since Mercury came on. So I'm having all of this extra energy and I'm flinging my hand around and zoop, my little battery came off and I noticed immediately. Kind of cool. That's the third time this little cage has come unhinged. And one was in a bar. One was here just now. And then another time we were at a restaurant and I was talking and all of a sudden my head whipped down and I said, whoosh. And I didn't even notice on my wrist. I just instantly looked to the floor. But anyways, so yeah, I've had these energy surges that have been just ridiculous and feeling an overflow. But what work are you doing prior to coming into Mercury season 2? So are you working on your spiritual growth? Are you working on awareness? Are you preparing yourself for Mercury? Or you're like, oh shit, here we go. You're a weekend and then blaming it. So sometimes it depends on your placement too. So, yeah, it's kind of a little devastating. She's saying my whole year has been a horror show. And it's true. Hi, Nell Rios. Hello, Toddy. So it can be quite a pivotal event. You know, it can kind of... Hi, Virginia. It can be... Mercury can be a little upsetting. So I know Virginia's talking about some certain things. Those of you that aren't in my groups, you should probably check out some of my Facebook stuff, my women's group, etc. I'm going to set this up before I forget. So there is my... You feel like you messed up with your Scorpio. So there is my PayPal before I forget. So let me finish with this really quick and then we'll get into it. So surviving or thriving. So like I was saying, if you're surviving, if you're not solid, if you're not doing your work, if you're not feeling rock solid, when that X comes back, like they always do during Mercury, I want a show of hands in here. How many of you guys have had your X's show up? Or a text or a conversation or even an event that you guys used to share that you haven't thought about in years just lands just right in Mercury and things come up and a conversation is revisited. How many of you are having breakups during Mercury retrograde? How many of you are feeling like you're conflicted during Mercury retrograde? So that's just the relationship standpoint of the flip side of Mercury. So however, if you're like doing your work, you have an opportunity to see the people that are in your life in a different light. It's the same Mercury, but a different awareness. Because what's true is now, like I say, and I'm going to keep repeating all this stuff because there's some new people too. But I always say when a Mercury event comes up, you have two choices. You either decide whether you want to heal it or kill it. But what's important is noticing your triggers. How are you triggered and why? And what events in the past led you to be triggered on this one? So you want to know when a person that comes back around, and you know, people are like, oh, I don't deal with my exes. I'm not asking you to deal with your ex. I'm talking about when your ex pops up in your timeline, when your ex pops up in the grocery store. I'm talking about, oh, a random text or a conversation has to be had. When they show up in your life, I don't care who you are. The emotions are stirred. I don't care if they're good, bad, or indifferent. There are events that happened. Memories are stirred up. Just like, whoa, I haven't seen him in 10 years. He's a fat fuck now, you know, or like whatever. But, you know, I mean, just they're coming up. So what does it dredge up for you? It's no judgment on it. We're not just, okay, so he's fat. Maybe you say like, oh, finally he put some weight on. He had a poor appetite, like, and he had cancer. Maybe gaining weight was a good thing. So let's not look at the negative aspect of it. Because Mercury and these other Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto, blah, 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 that has been going on. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not an astrologer. But as those are all affecting, in addition to Mercury, it causes for a really tumultuous period for all of us, right? But depending on where you are in your path, you're going to experience it differently. So some people are like, holy shit, fuck you. Fuck Mercury. So it's all across, and I do make jokes about it. And I do have a tendency to pull a lot of readings during Mercury retrograde season because people aren't getting clear and they're not feeling like they have a audio halfway in. Are you guys able to hear me? I'm getting a text. That's why I pay attention to my phone, because I have so many coaches out there that'll be like, girl, you're messing up. I don't know what she's telling me. You guys hearing me? Okay, let's confirm. Thumbs up or something, or a heart, so I know you can hear me. So anyways, so it depends on where you're at in the path, because it will shift around. It will fluctuate. You'll be feeling up, but I do get kind of busy. Okay, good. I got a text saying Norma said she couldn't hear me at 11:54, 1 minute ago. Okay, great. So if you're surviving it, if you're thriving with it, if it's how it's affecting you. The other thing that I've noticed too is the miscommunications. Pisces. Oh, she's saying there's no audio on my Pisces video halfway through. Copy that. Hi, Sashi. Okay, good. Sorry, guys. There's a miscommunication. She said no audio halfway through, and then the Pisces video came in. So anyways, communication. So for example, that was an example. Another example would be like having a heated conversation with someone, and you know you're going back and forth and you want to hear the answer, and then you look at your text 30 minutes later, butt hurt like a motherfucker, and you're like, I don't even think so. We're going to have this conversation. And you fire off a text and you look and you realize that you didn't even send the one before, and they're over there thinking you're the asshole, right? So communications can get messed up in the simplest of mechanisms. We're talking email done, attached your files, carbon copy people, CC this, BC that, perfect title, on time, Friday afternoon, lock up the office, hit send. As you're walking away, the power goes out. You know, that's the kind of miscommunication that we're playing with, and it's out of our control. So the only way to combat miscommunication is to give yourself extra time. So when you're always in a hurry, you're going to do something twice instead of once. And you'll have to repeat it, because it's just basically, taking extra steps. So if you take those extra steps in advance, so let's say, for example, if you're going to travel and you say, yeah, I'm not doing this bullshit with getting stuck in New Orleans. So you say to yourself, I'm going to leave and make sure that we're traveling during Mercury. So we're going to make sure the layover is a good 4 hours instead of an hour and a half. Sure as shit, you get there, the plane gets changed, you've got 2 hours. It takes planning to thrive during Mercury retrograde. In addition to giving yourself extra space, scheduling your spa times, making sure that your money is on point, or saying no to social activities so you minimize. I mean, come on, it's Mercury retrograde. You guys are all going out and there's a bunch of miscommunications. Now we're pissed at each other, right? So just choose less social activities, or which social activities are important to you. Thirdly, I would say that it's important to, so you don't have, you be, right? So I don't have a good relationship. I am good in my relationship. So if you always come back to you, you can find out like when there's something that, now, this is one of my favorite pearls. You should know how you show up with other people. I always say honesty is only brutal when you don't like what you hear. But karma says if you don't like what you hear, listen twice. So if you're having a conversation and someone fires off with some bullshit and you say to yourself, excuse me, what did you just say? And let's say they closed or opened a door at the same time and half heard your sentences, you know, like a girl at the strip club popped by me. And I said, will you look at this bitch? And I was like, she is dropping, popping, locking. But she said, will you look at this bitch? She didn't hear the rest. She said, excuse me, now we were there for an event, you know, for a industry night event or whatever. But I was like, look at this bitch, she's getting it in. She only heard bitch, right? And so those can be the moments that you're sitting here going, that was a completely innocent comment. So if somebody's coming at you, the first thing I say, and this takes a lot of practice, Virginia Victorio, she did some of the leadership classes that I did with PSI seminars. Amazing work. If you guys go on my Facebook and see the rock climbing stuff I did, it's incredible because I had an opportunity to learn myself. But anyways, so we have what's called third wave listening. So if somebody says, that's fucked up what you said, and I'm like, whoa, knowing that I'm coming from a loving place, I think to myself, oh, what did you hear me say? And then I make them tell me, you said blah, 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 right? So when they go, even if they paraphrase it, like I don't care if they said one word out of 99, that's all they heard. So you need to go from there anyway. So two things: acknowledge, what did you hear me say? I don't know, I was distracted. And then they say, well, I heard you call me a bitch. I'm like, oh no, I said this bitch, get it? And okay, boom, we just changed the conversation, right? But so secondly, you want to hear, hi art souls, you want to hear what they think you said, and you want to plan for that. You like give yourself extra time in conversations. So we talked about travel plans. We talked about communication, what forms, like we talked about the email, texts. You can expect electronics to fry too. But when you come from the other side, from surviving to thriving, what you do is you say to yourself, okay, wow, I've been holding on to that car for too long. The transmission went out. I saw the signs, but I wasn't paying attention to it. But you know what? It's for my greater good. One of the catchphrases I hate. You guys know I hate those. But it was for my greater good. Like when my roommate got into a car wreck. I said, you know what? That payment's been kind of high. You were sweating it. Maybe you'll get a little money. You pay out later. You're going to end up with a better car. Sure as shit. It improved her credit. She got a better vehicle, a lower payment. And she's getting a settlement, maybe. We'll see. But that's the other side of Mercury. So what is your perception? She said, excuse me? So anyways, that is some of what's going on with it. And I have some pearls for you guys. How many of you guys listen to or pay attention to astrology? So how many of you do astrology or are well versed with it? Because I'm finding that just now I'm learning what my rising and my moon is. So it's all about, like, now I realize why karma is such a water baby. I'm Aquarius moon and a Pisces rising. Ta-da! So I'm a Capricorn, a little bit of earth, but I'm a lot of water. So now I gotta learn what Aquarius is all about. I get Pisces a little better because everybody thought I was a Pisces before. So I was like, what is Pisces? Bing! So that goes a really long way to helping me understand. So Tati Taurus, I'm going to tell you, the only thing that you need to do is where you can start. And I want to share this with you guys because my daughter's like, holy shit, like it was instant magic. It's instant magic. It changes how you look at astrology. I'll tell you if you want to know. Okay, so this is what I did. Let me get my notebook. You want me to get it? All right, I'll get my notebook. Yeah. So art souls, I'm a Gemini sun rising. So for example, is where I started. So I just decided to write down the symbols so that I could kinetically have a good memory of what the symbols mean. So when I saw them again, I would have a little more recognition, right? But all you have to do, and this is coming from a noob. So for those of you that are astrologists, settle down while I explain it, and you give me a thumbs up or you tell me if this is going to be a good start, because for me, it opened the whole world up. I wish I could screen share with you guys, but go to astro.com and you create a profile and you put your information, and you have to have, and I'll explain this to you. So you have to have your birth day, date, and place. So I never could understand what the bullshit was about that. Like I legit thought like, why is this? Like you're asking for too much information. So for some reason it finally went off in my head that the reason that this all is asked for is you're talking about the alignment of you, the one and only you, at this one moment in time. And I used to think, well, other people were born on the same day, right? So how is it that all of us have the same fucking destiny? That's some bullshit. You can't sell me that. We're too unique. We're snowflakes, right? So I think to myself, well, you need my date and place and time. I don't get it. But when it's not just a day, guys. Like it puts you in a place geographically and you mathematize. I'm making words up. You mathematize the fuck out of this and you angle. And I was studying this the other day, and I'm pretty sure Virginia saw this where I posted that learning astrology, you got to really mean it, right? So you really got to mean it. So if you study it, it's like studying trigonometry, geometry, algebra, Latin, and hieroglyphics. Promise you. So anyways, you put your information into this chart. That's it. You go in and you make a profile. And I'm thinking it can't be this easy, right? But it is easy. You ready? So you go in, and I'm super pissed because I'm going all these years and I'm like, astrology is bullshit. All these years. Such bullshit, right? I'm not a Capricorn. That's bullshit. Doesn't match. So I'm talking to my two. We were on the phone for 2 hours doing a reading, playing around, chit-chatting, teaching, showing me stuff. So she tells me to do this thing. And then I recognize, and if I get this right, kinda. So here's you. The moon is, you have your sun sign. So that's your day. Okay. Where the moon is placed in the zodiac, according to the moon set, moonrise, sunrise, whatever, where the moon sits in your astrological sign is your moon sign. So what you have with that is that's your feels. So think moon changing, fluctuating moon is your feelings. So I'm an Aquarius moon. So I'm a Capricorn sun. So sun is the day of your birth. Your moon is where, by degrees, the angle of which that was in the relationship to your birthday and your time from where you personally, little snowflake you were. And then the sun, somebody type out that quote, or I'll type it in a second, where the eastern sun is rising, blah, 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 from where you're born. And that's your rising sign or your ascending sign. And that's how people see you. So bing, bong, karma is a Pisces. Well, no shit, karma is a Pisces. So I just reverse engineered myself. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to go backward and prove astrology is wrong. I think it's bullshit. So if you start with those three things and you pay attention to 3 readings this week, pay attention to your sun, moon, and rising. And that's it. So sun, the day, Sunday, sun, day you were born is your sun sign. Moon, your feels. Rising, sunrise, and how people see you. It's that easy. Play with that and then come back to me. So what do you guys think? Did I explain that simply enough? Because as a paramedic and a field training officer, I'm all about making shit simple. I want you saving lives, not making it complicated. I don't care if you stand on your head to give the IV. As long as that's your best way to do it, please do the thing. So anyways, did I explain that simply enough? Do you have a question about it? Because I'm pissed that it was that easy. I am. It's irritating. I'm like, wow, this tool was here all this time. And guess what got in the way? Guess what got in the way? I did. My judgment got in the way. And the reason my judgment got in the way was because I never had anything of value. But now we have all this social media and we have experts in the field like Maruma too that will come on and Sun Soul Astrology and she'll talk to us and describe it. And she talks way over my head most of the time. But I swear to God, when I go later and I'm learning something and it fires for me and it pops off, I'm like, oh my God, she said this thing, right? So try it, study, start there and learning the symbols. So what I'm going to recommend is you learn this symbols, your rising sun and moon. And then you're going to be so excited that you're going to start going, what's a house? What's a conjunct? What's a this? And it's going to be the best puzzle you ever had in your life. And I hate puzzles. I hate riddles and I hate puzzles. So anyways, who's got some questions for me now that I've done with my rant? Okay, sweetie. Go ahead. Feel free to email me. Yeah, Christelle, this is insane. I didn't even realize it was that accurate. And then my boo thing and I were hanging out and he's like, I'm learning, tell me this. So I looked it up and I told him and he's like, wow. And we're talking skeptic. Well, I don't know, maybe not skeptic, but that, okay. So was that understandable? But for those, Art Souls is an astrologist, I think. She's an astrologer. Yeah, good job, Tati, for getting back on that for me. So we're going to do some questions. Look at these little coins I found that were my dad's. I don't know if they're from Singapore. Okay, so, yeah, I'll type something in the comments later with that link for you guys. Hold on, and I'll do that for you right now. The Astro. I'll put this in here. So this is the link that I used and that Maru sent me to because she said it's just pretty simple. I don't know how I can do a screen share and show you how I did it. But what you do is you go in there and on the top of the little bar, there's a line that says daily horoscopes, but then it says horoscopes. You just want to go to the self one. Just so you can get those 3 pieces. You don't want to get too complicated and get the rest, but you can get your chart and that's easy. So you can start there and then be fascinated. Okay. So, Tati, we're hearing that this individual's acting like a butt. Falling in love. Moon is Sagittarius, rising in Scorpio. I love astrology. You know, I had never looked it up. I didn't know it. Even if I had looked it up years ago, Kevin, and how are you, my love? If I had looked it up years ago, I wouldn't have known what to do with it. And so now I'm sitting at a place of like, holy shit. Tools after tools after tools, right? I ordered a new deck. I'm so excited. Look, mine got wet. So there is one card that likes to behave. So if it doesn't fit in the reading, I throw it out. This is home. I absolutely love coming back to just do my YouTube channel last. The last one, because you guys are so much fun. I love that we can wander around a conversation and nobody's like fiending for their reading. Going, what the fuck? You skipped me. Thanks for nothing. Were you guys on here when I chewed that guy out? So get off my channel. So I do have the Knight of Cups, Tati. He is being immature. Definitely emotional. Hello, Mercury and all over the place, right? But I do feel like, so you're asking me, how is he feeling? I don't think he's upset with you. Is that fair? Because Tati, what I'm seeing is that I'm amazing, Kevin. I am seeing that he's depressed and he's got a lot going on and he feels like things are falling apart. Totally falling apart. And I feel like he's not enjoying what he's doing and he's busy. And I feel like he might want to cut things off with everybody. We have the Death card and miscommunication, but I would wait. Hanged Man says, hold tight and wait. There we go. Art Souls popping the knowledge. Drop it, pop it, lock it. So Art Souls, post whatever links you want on there or say whatever. Yes. I am amazing, Kevin. And Leon, hi, sweetheart. So have you heard of the Pattern app? Yes. Matter of fact, a little while ago, I just posted the Pattern app with my boo thing on there. What's his name? That did the Genuine and the shit. I just posted it. Channing Tatum, I remembered at the last second. So Channing Tatum posted this whole thing, like he literally was saying, what the fuck pattern? How do you know this shit about me? And like, he's like, the phones must be listening. So he's tripping on it too. And I definitely was like, see, we're all awakening. Just notice the people that are complaining about certain signs of ascension, nausea, ringing in their ears, feeling exhausted. Pay attention to your people. You know those stupid ass memes? I might make one. Somebody make me that meme. Where, you know, they show the boobs and they're like, all your big titties friends aren't okay. Check on your friends. Well, I would most definitely like to use a meme that said, feeling uncomfortable. Where'd it go? Hold on. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. So anyways, I want to make this little meme that just says, feeling uncomfortable. Do you check your Mercury? Do you check your horoscope? Dream interpretation is tough. I don't know very many people that are that great at it. It always just sounded more mysterious hearing the shit they had to say about dream interpretation than they did that it made any sense. And I felt like my subconscious mind is not that fucked to not have that connection with a whale. Like a whale means, I don't know, like we don't have a bountiful winter. Like I'm not winter. What? We're in Vegas. Like I don't understand how a dream interpretation person even gets their info, and I haven't read anything. But then again, let's not have karma judge dream interpretation, because I'm sure that'll be the next life lesson set up for me, because I blew off astrology for this long. So there you go. So that's the thing, ringing in your ear. I lost track of, someone popped in the feed and I lost track of that, but that's exactly it. Signs of ascension, ringing in your ears, fatigue, nausea, diet changes, hypothermia, where you feel cold but you're hot, or you're hot and cold, feverish. I want to make that meme that says, check on your friends that are of ascension, they're not okay. Yeah, I usually just Google dream meetings, but I haven't really, you know, animals all mean different things. It's nuts. But that's why you guys are all here. Because you guys all want to hear his talk about the same message. I love that when you guys link up. Just conflicted with everything. She says, okay, Sashti, I want to talk to you for a minute. Where'd you go, babes? I am so pissed that I didn't have astrology all this time. I want to learn it all right now. I want to know it. You know what I mean? Now I want to know it. And then what I heard too, Maru was saying that tarot is a byproduct of astrology, because there's houses and all blah blah blah. And when I started looking at it and seeing the correlation, she goes, you're going to unlock astrology because you learned tarot first. And now that once I see the planets on them, it's going to be crazy. So I'm excited. Bountiful winter in Vegas. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so well, figure me out, Kevin. Show me the app. Send it to me. Like, email it to me. Or just send it on Facebook or something. All right, guys. So let's play some more. Pop your questions here. Yeah, downloads for karma. Oh, God. I know. I'm going to be ending up learning dream interpretation just because you guys are asking now. So you're welcome. See you next week with something new. I'm a total, I can't see that. Pisces? I am a total Pisces. Wow, you guys are so awesome to hang out with. I love it. There we go, Art Souls. Okay, did you guys get the link? Nope, you did not get the link. It didn't click. I went to all that trouble. So that should be the Astro site. I thought I typed it in there, guys. I don't see it. Okay, so I'll find you on the pattern app. Taurus girl wants to know about love and marriage. Oh, auras. Yeah, I do have some. I just started seeing auras. Like, I haven't concentrated with it yet, but it was something new that I'd seen, and it was like beautiful. I was like, oh, holy shit. And I was squinting and doing this little thing and looking at my daughter. I'm like, I can see your aura. And I asked her how she was feeling because I see colors and they just correlated with the colors of chakra. She goes, yeah. Taurus girl. Victory is yes. Is that the kind of reading you want? So no, Six of Wands, which is victory. But right now, at the place that you're playing in your life and you're come from, is that you fail to take opportunities because of some history that you had with someone that cheated on you. That betrayal's kind of rode a little heavy on your heart. You make a good show of celebrating. I do see that you're focusing on your money more than anything. Trying to pretend that little bit of success and dry. Are you going back to school? Because I see you being a little driven too. And you want a family. So I'm seeing family for you. Six of Cups. I do feel, Taurus girl, that you need to get your career lined up a little bit. I'm seeing this history right here needs to line up before this can come into play. And there's the Lover's card. And I do see, before you gain, thank you, Kevin. So before you get too far, you've got to get some of your foundation set up because I don't feel like it's going to be prepared for you. You're not going to walk into a partnership. You're going to have to do your own establishment first. But I'm not saying that's because you're going to have to carry your weight, but you have to earn a certain place financially in your life path. It's more about like you have to establish what it takes to get there, to understand where this other individual coming into your life comes from. And you have to understand some more of the little paths before this comes into alignment. Moon baby, you can have a reading. That's why we get along so well. What did I do? Okay, I'll check in with that nocturnal, but I think Moon Baby was asking me something, but I didn't see a question. Moon Baby, let me look at you, and then I'll talk to nocturnal. You guys just tell me to read something, and I'll look. All right, so this is for Moon Baby. Hi, Cherie. So, Cherie, speller. Yeah, it'll definitely happen. Moon Baby, I see you meeting a bunch of new people. I'm seeing that are you an introverted extrovert? I see that you get a little overwhelmed sometimes. I also see the wheel of fortune turning for you. Things are changing. You're in between two individuals. Now, I don't know if that individual is a love interest because they are paying attention to two people or you're paying attention to two people. But I'm definitely seeing love. Ace of Cups is right in front of you. But you can't decide whether you want to move on with the person you're with or whether you want to branch out with new individuals. Whatever foundation you had laid with this individual is really shaky right now. So tread softly with them and wait till Mercury's done because I feel like it can be a little shaky. So Nocturnal Beauty, how are you? What's happening? Tell me what you see with Chris and his new wife. Let me see. Chris and his new wife. I am going to put my little links in here, though. I think I'm a little delirious, guys. Starting to get sleepy. I've been in here since, I don't know, 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're going on 9 hours now. Okay. Chris and his new wife. Baby girl. Does your ex work nights? I did your reading, Moon Baby. I asked for a question, but I was already onto it by the time you answered. I do feel like there is some divine intervention going on with this ex of yours and his new wife. I am seeing that he made some mistakes and there's some regrets that are going on. Did you guys really have a tumultuous breakup? I'm seeing some regret and the Tower card. I don't feel like that this little perfect family kind of thing that they have going on is going to last. I do feel like you don't hear from this individual very much, and that when you do talk to him, everything's about playing the victim game. Yeah, I'm feeling like that's a little... Why does that give you anxiety? Do you think he's going to come back towards you? Because I feel like your heart just went, holy shit. Thank you, Nocturnal Beauty. I appreciate it. I need some water. I need a break. Had my snack, but I wanted to hang out with you guys last. I did all my videos today. I was so tired. Hi, Herneck Singh. Can you tell me something with Salvador Andrade? I thought I did that. Oh, thank you. Nocturnal? Is that who I think it is? With a J. Love you. All right, so for Moon Baby, I feel like you're upset. I don't feel like we had a little miscommunication there. I did a reading. I don't know what you didn't get out of that, but let's take a look and see. She said, gee, that Gemini reading was on point. So, Moon Baby, I'm seeing that this individual doesn't live near you. They might not be close to you. I'm seeing the Two of Cups, which is love for them. And I'm seeing that there might be a change in the relationship between the two of you. If they travel, they might be coming back towards you. There's a lot of love and relationship stuff going on for you, Moon Baby. There's the Cups. There's the Four of Wands. There's the Two of Cups. There's also travel. I get that there was some bump in the road with you guys recently, or the last event that you guys had is still on everybody's mind, though. So, Safti03, can I have a random, please? I'm just conflicted. I like randoms. Those are my favorite. It's just like, why are we squishing the question into, is this person going to get up on the left side of the bed and scratch his right armpit at 12:01? And I'm like, what? Sometimes I kind of feel like I like to just open myself to see what's important. I don't know what event you had with this individual, Moon Baby. I'm seeing that there's like a regret or an individual, but I see a lot of love energy. That's what I was saying. Anyways, I don't know. I'm seeing that there is a lot of love energy going on right now. Maybe that's retrograde and what they're thinking of you right now. All right. Let's just pull. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is showing up. Boy, she said I didn't even know randoms were a thing. So random is just a general reading. So she just wants to hear what Spirit has to say. And those are my favorite because I get to dive a little deeper and those people are the most vulnerable. So if I go through the chat and somebody's like, boom, you know, that's like definitely. What am I doing right now? What? Somebody stop that shit. Okay, so Sashti. All right, are you ready? So the first thing that I'm seeing is you don't allow yourself to have a good time. Like, you don't allow yourself to celebrate. You don't allow yourself, you guilt yourself into everything. Why do you feel so duty bound? Because I'm seeing that you have a very disciplined and self-control mindset. Like, the value of what people do or what you do for others all comes down to effort, right? So I'm seeing that I want to say guilty mommy, but that's not exactly right. It's more like, and it's not even shame. It's more like you say to yourself, I want to celebrate, but I probably should have gone home and cleaned the kitchen, or I didn't do my laundry, I didn't pay this bill, or I spent too much. So don't guilt yourself too much. Give yourself a little yeses every now and then, or your small victories. Either that, or you haven't been giving yourself enough time. You had a rough year last year. The Tower card showing up, but I'm feeling like you had a breakup. I'm not seeing whether you guys got back together or not yet, but I am seeing like this breakup that happened between the two of you. You still love this individual. I don't know if you're still interacting with them or not. Breathe. Sorry. Well, if you want a one-on-one, you know where to find me. Anyways, the star card tells me you've been doing some study about spiritual stuff too. Spiritual stuffs. Astrology. So I see astrology for you. But the thing that I worry about with you, Sayati? How is that spelled? Sayati. That's awesome. So anyways, the Page of Swords is all about being short-tempered. So, you know, as your mind goes around these issues and then you're in avoidance about that, you kind of start feeling snappy. Or you might be snappy to him. Be cautious. Ooh, boom, Aquarius video you did this week was spot on. Well, that's all about me, Kevin. No, I'm just kidding. Aquarius moon. So let's see. She said, I didn't even know it was a thing. Spice, can I get a random? Thank you so much. You're welcome. You know, to be honest with you, Art Souls, I'm feeling the same thing. I'm like, rise and grind. I don't, you know what? I don't even want to play. Okay, so let's see. Chill out, guys. Take a deep breath. Hear what you have to hear until your reading comes up. Or if you're told to wait, you're told to wait. Okay. I don't know much about dreams, but I do know about the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind, I'm an NLP practitioner, right? You're welcome. Did that help you? And did I pronounce your name right? Seati? It's beautiful. I like it. So I want to talk about that for a second. So having a bad dream, first thing you want to do when you wake up startled, pay attention to your environment. Of course, look around, see if there's a burglar, scream, do whatever it is you do. So take in awareness of your environment. And then secondly, notice your environment. So it's like, okay, am I safe? And then notice what's different. And then notice what's on your mind. Write it down if you can. But what's true is your subconscious mind is going like your computer running in the background. Always. So pay attention to what's showing up in your dreams. Pay attention to how you're feeling in it. Are you excited? Are you tired? Are you scared? You know, the feeling and the sensation, that vibration is what you should have a takeaway of. Like, you can have the most bizarre dream and a peaceful feeling. So yeah. Dream about a flood. So check on your people. There you go. Art Souls, cleanse the environment. That could be anything. Where do you live? Do you live near a flood area? Chinese zodiac. You know, all I know about the Chinese zodiac. So, okay, guys, announcement. So I don't know enough about the Chinese zodiac to even have an opinion. I knew about as much about the Chinese zodiac as I did about astrology. So they're obviously, I mean, think about it. Chinese medicine, duh, they have like amazing medicine, herbs and spirituality combined. So therefore, they probably have some pretty good astrology. But I'm going to write Chinese zodiac down because I'm going to be doing a show with another psychic. We're going to actually produce a show and stream it live. And we're going to be bringing on guests. And I think we're working on calling it Bitchcraft. I'm pretty sure we were able to buy what we needed to in order to use that word. However, we're going to bring on Ancient Aliens specialty, like lecturer or something. And Karma's going to go, what the fuck? I think you're so full of shit, right? And I want to hear data. So I want to hear from you guys what you would ask me. So Chinese zodiac was one. But we were going to talk to the ghost finders. We were going to talk to, like, so it was Ancient Aliens. I'm trying to see if I can remember. It was ghost hunters, something. It was Chinese zodiac. Oh, hoodoo, voodoo, Yoruba. And Wicca. Astrology. We'll probably interview Maru, if she'll let me. But you see what I'm saying? Bitchcraft? What? Oh, Area 51. That's the aliens. I mean, obviously, we're going to want to do some... What is that shit? The, so Area 51, and it's in the workings. We have a production calendar going. Didn't you watch my Facebook where I'm like, shit's about to go down? I'm not playing. So anyway, so it was Area 51. I mean, then there's Wicca, right? You got your Wicca. I already wrote that down. I'm bored with Wicca. But so there's lots of myths and stuff. Birth charts. What did I say? Astrology, numerology. I got Yoruba. Oh, Santeria. Tantric sex, y'all. Yeah, it is popping off. So what was the other one I was saying? Oh, so we were going to talk about sex and sex magic too. So there you go. So you're going to love that or what? It's going to be fun. So it's sex and sex magic, tantric sex. There's Reiki and all of that healing shit too. So we're going to start out doing it our way. How do you know if someone did voodoo on you? Well, first of all, there's signs. Usually they leave signs. You really can't know unless you are really good at it yourself. You would already automatically kind of know. So I can look and see. Usually you would get the devil card. But you better know who you're messing with, man. Did you think someone was? I don't know. Can anybody else answer that question for Moon Baby? I feel like you have a practitioner around you, though. You do just know. You'll feel it. Alien hybrid babies. Law of attraction. You know what else we forgot? We forgot the reptilian shit. I don't know. We want to get shut all the way down and talk about the reptilians. Those are the ones that would come for me. Nocturnal Beauty said, oh, I am having a combo with you. I know you are. All right. So whose question was popping up? This is going to be really fun, guys. Anyways, I'm getting sleepy. I did want to pop on and talk about surviving and thriving. It's like 12:30. Reptilian brain. There you go. See? This is going to be insane. Well, if you don't feel it, if you don't know it, then it ain't a thing. So I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not picking up that there's anyone, but there is a practitioner around you. And I think it's a fear-based one. And anybody that goes by fear... Here, let me tell you a little tidbit about people that come from a place of power. They never threaten. So somebody that's going around... I sound in New York all of a sudden because I am from New York. And this is where it all comes from, okay? So, someone with power like that is definitely not going to blast it. Or you're going to feel them. And you're going to know that they did something to you because they are going to make it clear that you're going to know that you pissed them off. So anybody that's telling you like, she's a practitioner and you should be afraid of her, like that fear-based shit, it's all crap. It's all crap. She might have put a spell on you. So, I don't know. How do you know if someone does black magic? So are you asking me, a practitioner is someone that dabbles in intentional use of items to produce a result, hence spells? Yeah, I said it like that with sarcasm all the way. So someone who does spell work, that's candle work, that's rituals, that's hoodoo, voodoo, earth magic, depending on where you come from. But I mean, it's all intermingled. They're just different behaviors with the same stuff. So she says, how do you know if someone does black magic? So what is your understanding of black magic, and what are you trying to understand with that question? So how would I know if someone does black magic? Oh, we got to do brainwaves too, guys. A witch. I got a girl that maps brainwaves. So she says, Sati, she says, what about if you get chills down your back when someone passes behind you? So here's the thing. So fruits and labors. Okay. The Bible even says by your fruit you should know them. By their labor you should identify them. So what's true about that is a bad tree can't produce good fruit, supposedly. I'm just kidding. It's supposedly. So supposedly you're able to tell like how a tree or what the roots of the tree are about based on the fruit it produces. So if they produce bad fruit, like if somebody is talking about fear, you have an attachment in your home and it's going to take 2 gold doubloons and 6 hours of work. And I'm going to have to come in here and put holy water and wash your walls. And I'm going to have to do it twice. I'm sorry, now it's $900. And the next thing you know, it's $2,700, right? So fear-based first. You know, if somebody comes from a sense of fear, the attachments and the demons and the portals and all the shit they drop may or may not be true. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying the first thing they want to do is come in your house on Moon and Ma and say it's like dangerous. I mean, and people that's, I'm sorry, I'm more likely describing people that don't have good intentions than a bad practitioner or a dark magic. But dark magic is definitely manipulating things against your will, utilizing more powerful forces in spirit. It's a very different feel. So just because you get chills down your spine when someone passes behind you, just think to yourself, you've got an umbrella in New York City and you're banging into people with your umbrella because your umbrella is a little bigger than theirs, or it's getting crowded, or whatever the case may be. Either they walk behind you and your umbrella is really big and your aura, your protective field is so strong and so it's presenting itself. So when someone brushes up against it, you're feeling it. Or if someone that's familiar to you brushes up against it or heightens your awareness, or if their umbrella is so big that it's bumping into you. Those are some of the reasons you can have physiological effects to a spiritual phenomenon. I said that shit too. So you are going to react heat in your body where there's resistance. For me, my Reiki behaves differently than others. They always tell me, do you feel cool? I'm like, no, I feel hot. So if I'm feeling hot, I'm like, ooh, there's resistance here. Let me get through it, or let me clear it. And once it clears, it gets cool. So that's how I interpret the energy. It may be completely the other way around and I'm wrong. But so, you know, you got to feel those chills. So if anyone passes by me, I get chills anyway. One of my flight reflexes is on. Okay, so wait. She said I'm only ticklish on my back. If anyone passes by me, I get chills. So maybe you have a reason to have the backside of your body protected and you have heightened spiritual awareness. I'm sorry, I didn't even do anything tonight but just sit here and yammer. But you're welcome. I appreciate the love. So anyways, let's see. So dark. So I just think I went a little bit with the left. So left magic is a lot of people ascribe to the threefold law, do unto others. I am my own sun. So, Kundalini energy is vulnerable in the back. Okay, guys, I'm all caught up there now. So anyways, are we having fun? So yeah, you guys got some really cool little tidbits. Kevin, they were flipping out. I'm sure they're going to be texting me after this and asking me what the hell. But now those little comments that I've been making on social media will make some sense. And now you'll see why I did a little preview. Not exactly the guest like we're going to be having soon, but I had a guest there the other night. We were talking about sex. It was really fun. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to be back tomorrow, probably early in the morning. Around, nah, it's not going to be early in the morning. Early for me, but for those of you guys on the East Coast, it's going to be later. Well, yes. So I get chills on my back when people I don't know, some not at all, or people I think have bad intentions pass behind me. So here's what's true. Anybody with good intentions is naturally going to pass through your barrier. Your body's going to accept and know kinetically. So if somebody with bad intentions comes on, they heighten your awareness, create a sense of pressure, so you turn. So that's your barriers doing its work, girl. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I've been doing this. I got all my videos done. So now I get to work on next week videos. Now the only thing I have to do is come back and play, right? So I can do all my lives. So I just have nothing to do for the rest of the week. So I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? You know where to find me. Karma on deck. Bye.